So how the dentist receptionist that looks at me when I don't know if I'm free at 10 a.m. 6 months from now. And on the surface, that's quite funny because a lot of people can relate to it more by the day. After all, we're no longer first in the queue about most things, especially in the UK. You can, well, just appear on these fine shores, and you're a priority. Be assured of that. You are a priority. But you see, the thing is, it's still about the abrogation of responsibility, and the thing is, this misplaced trust. Because you see, the thing is, when it comes to dentistry, I mean, it is part of eugenics. There's no two doubts about it. I mean, they use what is at least, and this is from memory, years ago, two different X-ray machines, but in both instances they have to leave the room, and you never question why. And remember, have you looked at dentist X-rays and its effect on the blood-brain barrier? Well, most people don't. But let's go back to, what we've been sold from childhood. Look, sugary this and that, it's good for energy. Children, it helps them. No. What it does is it rots their teeth. And there's nothing new about eugenics. And the confectionery industry was ball deep in eugenics because they knew that the destruction of teeth over time, and of course, porous aspects and it's the nerve aspect to the brain, etc., the neurological damage over time because of rotten teeth and various toxic aspects and abscesses and you name it. Honestly, quite the subject. Yeah. But I'll repeat, it is about the abrogation of responsibility. Do not look, if you're the young team and you're going to have children or you've got children, keep them away from all these sugary cereals, all the rest of it, these fruit juices because of the acids in them. All that is just utterly nonsense, utter nonsense. Get rid of all of it. Honey's another one. Look, don't get me wrong. I see the honey producers under attack, but it's the eugenicists are not necessarily that fussed about its effect on teeth, because be assured, few things will destroy enamel as quickly as honey. Yeah. They're more interested in the aspect of while honey is being produced, you've got vast amounts of bees as pollinators. It's more about crops, the destruction of it, and the destruction of historical pollinators. Yeah. And look, there's many benefits of honey, but I would not recommend taking it internally. Because I remember even in the 80s, boxers, people I met, while I was doing some bodybuilding, etc. And they'd say, just before you go to bed, take a tablespoon of honey. It did something to the liver, whatever else, and it was supposed to be some amazing fat burner. But even these guys in the 80s emphasized, make sure you brush your teeth straight afterwards, because few things will rot teeth quite like honey. But there's also, don't get me wrong, many benefits of honey, but I would also suggest to people that they look at, what was it called, bee pollen. Bee pollen apparently has vast amounts of various elements, nutrients, all the rest of it. I mean, I tried it for a while, but all it did was make my skin a bit itchy. But and they do recommend, start off really small in the amount of pollen grains, bee pollen grains that you take. Good common sense things. But yeah, never if it's the same as taking any kind of responsibility away from yourself in relation to what you eat, and you've been sold all your life in the UK that the NHS is there for you. Yeah, it's still the same abrogation of responsibility, and it's whether it's dentistry or the NHS in general. If you have to rely on them, you've got things wrong. Truly, you have. Anyway, I hope I made some sense here, and I'll speak to you soon.